Hello guys and welcome back to Toucan Tarot. Today we're going to be doing singles love, so really super nice upbeat reading, and hopefully we'll delve in a little bit more into your future love life or your love life. This reading is particularly for singles. I am going to do a couples one soon as well, so look out for that. But yeah, this is for all you single ladies and gents out there. So we're doing Pick a Crystal. If you'd like to skip straight ahead, we've got Crystal 1, 2 and 3. Timestamps are below. But welcome back, my subscribers. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome back too. I've just opened up for private readings also, so you can check all my info out. But I'm very excited. I'm going to be doing a lot more readings. Please do let me know in the comments below the type of readings you'd like. After all, this channel is for you, so let me know if there's any particular questions you'd like, or any different types of subjects that you'd like to see, and I will be sure to get on it. But I hope you're all well. If you haven't subscribed already, do so, and again, the biggest thing for me is I love people commenting. I love to hear where you're from. It still fascinates me. I'm still so humbled that people actually watch these videos. I think it's a wonderful way of connection. So yeah, let me know where you're from and what your thoughts are. But let's get on with the reading. Before we do pick a crystal, I just want you to take 5 deep breaths. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again. And out. And as you continue to take those breaths, I just want you to see which crystal resonates you. We've got calcite over here, crystal number 1, amethyst, crystal number 2, or amazonite, crystal number 3. And see which one resonates with you. Once you've chosen, as I mentioned, timestamps are down below. And I hope you enjoy your reading. Again, don't forget to comment below, subscribe, and I will speak to you soon. For now, we're going to start with crystal number 1. So crystal number 1, this reading is for you. So I'm just going to pop these aside here. And this is crystal number 1. Guys, your future love life, how exciting. I'm just going to pop this aside actually because it's getting in the way a bit there. Let's pop these down here. Crystal number 1. So we're looking into your love life. I'm going to be using the Lunar Soul Tarot today. I'm going to be using a couple, probably introduce the High Tarot at some point as well. And this will be an extended reading, so we'll do a brief snapshot, of course, and then we can go into nitty-gritty details in the extended readings. You can find links to those down below, but I'll tell you about that at the end. But for now, I just want you to take, again, continue taking deep breaths. And for you, pile 1, or crystal 1, shall we say, calcite, this is your love reading. So we're looking at your future love. Let's have a look. See if we can connect with some spirit. See what we can channel through for you. So we have the 8 of discs, the lovers. Oh, nice to see that card come up. The Empress. Wonderful. And also the 6 of Swords. I'm going to pull out a couple of others here as well. We've got the Ace of Wands. And we've got the 2 of Cups. Guys, for those of you that aren't into tarot, this is looking good. This is looking like romance is on the cards. Let's hold up. I'm going to get into it in a moment. This is exciting. I'm also going to pull some Work Your Light Rebecca Campbell cards. I love these this Oracle deck. It's actually done by Danielle Noel. If you've watched my videos before, you'll hear me bang on about her all the time. But she's just such an amazing artist. I think she's amazing. But let's have a look. I'm going to pull out some advice cards for you as well now here. And we've got Pleiades. And we've got Align Your Life. Okay, so let's just get straight into it, shall we? So as I mentioned, there's just so much love going on in this deck, it's insane. We've got the Lovers, we've got the Empress, we've got the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Cups. I mean, all of it. You've got, I'm smiling from ear to ear, and I hope you are too, because you have definitely got love on the horizon, without a shadow of a doubt. We start here, we've got the 8 of Dish, just to show you this card here, this card rather. And you know, when we talk about the 8, and certainly what's coming through, we're talking about transformation. Well, let's just talk about the card first of all. So we've got the 8 of Discs, and this card normally represents, you know, you've got, as an example, the progress, right? The next step, transformation. so much confidence, strength of character, so much is coming through here. But the biggest thing is that structure is forming. In regards to love, whatever it is that you've been through, things are definitely about to change here. You know, it's like you've been working on goodness knows what. You've obviously been working on yourself a lot in regards to your emotional being and so forth. And it's going to pay off dividends. You see here, he's showing off his work at the top. And in regards to love, you know, it absolutely is going to pay off dividends. We then see the Lovers card. I mean, you couldn't get better than this. You've got the Lovers card there, and as you can see, two beautiful, and that's exactly what it is, your partner. There's just so much here. There's so much. Let me just try and channel a little bit more info. I'm going to go on to the Empress, of course. And what do we know about the Empress? The Empress is motherhood, it's abundance, it's senses, it's nature. You're just so ready for this. Whatever it is that you've been through, you've arrived. And when we're talking about relationship, what's coming through, this is going to be pretty imminent. It's literally written in the cards. It's written in the stars even. We've got the Six of Swords as well. And again, just to show you, and going back to what we were talking about with the Eights of Discs over here, you see this person and they're kind of hobbling over these swords, but the path is set, the path is clear, and you're making your way to that. And it's almost like that's the mode that you've been in. You know your obstacles, and you're just exactly where you're meant to be. And this is so refreshing, guys. You know, of course, when we turn to tarot, I find more often than not as a tarot reader that when most people turn to tarot, myself included, we're seeking advice, right, in a time of turbulence or unknown or so forth. We're seeking advice. And more often than not, and people hate to hear it, they do, they hate to hear that, you know, you have to work on yourself more, you have to work on yourself. And it's true, and the truth of the matter is that we never stop working on ourselves. But in this instance, where it comes to love, you know, nothing's ever complete, right? Because again, we forever work on ourselves, but you're so polished, and at the end of this journey of loneliness is what I see. So you really have got so much love. Oh, I'm just feeling the most positive, beautiful energy right now. That's what you have coming towards you. And, oh, I'm getting a bit emotional here. Simply because it just feels like that, you know, your time has come and it's arrived, and there's just so much light and so much abundance of love and joy. And, you know, it doesn't take someone to complete us, but certainly someone else can really add the highlights, right, add the frosting. They can make a shine, accelerate our already bright shining light. You know, they can just emphasize that. So that's what this person's going to do for you, and it's just beautiful. You know, you've studied, you've worked hard on yourself, whatever it is that you've been through before now, and we can go into that if you like in a bit more detail. But whatever it is that you've been through up until right now, this moment that you're watching this video, and this is a timeless video, but at this moment that you're watching this, you finally, you know, there's nothing more to work on other than the message that's coming through is just to be yourself. Just crack on. Don't worry about this because it's set in stone. You've done everything. There's nothing else you need to do in order to align your energy to the point that it's right to meet your future love, and that time is coming. You know, you've done it. There's nothing to do, so you just need to carry on being happy. I'm feeling just huge motivational. You know, we talk about the Ace of Discs, and this is spilling over into what I'm feeling is it's spilling over into your personal life. Forget, you know, obviously you came to this reading to find out about love, but that love is going to spill over in every aspect of your life, and that's where I'm being guided now to tell you that you just concentrate on spreading your love and light. Because when you do spread your love and light, boom, it's like a mirror and comes straight back to you, and you're probably experiencing that. For some of you it will be in a small way right now, for others you'll be getting it in abundance. I'm so happy for you guys. What a lovely reading, such a lovely reading. We go on here again, we've got the Ace of Wands. I pulled these ones really to see where you were at, and then we're going to look into more about the relationship itself that's coming to you. And we've got the Ace of Wands here and the Two of Cups. Oh, my literally heart is like so warm and full of light for you. I can't tell you. I'm such an empath, guys. So in my readings, and certainly when I channel, I feel a lot. I mean, I've literally, my eyes are welled up at the moment, and not out of sadness, but out of just pure and utter pure bright joy. It's so beautiful, and this is what you've got coming to you. Whew, I keep having to hold it in a bit. Sorry, I'm getting emotional, guys, but it's happy emotional. But the Ace of Wands, you know, start of a wonderful adventure. Whenever we see the ace pop up in the cards, it's the start of something, right? You've got this beautiful, and in the case of Wands, I mean, goodness, Wands, the thing that's coming through, it signifies many things, but it's just magic, pure magic in this instance. And you're going to experience this magic and feel at peace with this magic. Your relationship's going to be magic. You're just both going to be, you know, when two people come together in perfect union, you both have to be on the same energetic vibe, right, and emotional. You need to kind of tune in together, and you both just are, and the moment you meet you will, and it's the start of something wonderful. Again, the Ace of Wands, beginnings, a new journey, and so much potential that's coming through here. I see a massive journey together. You know, you've lived an abundant, full, challenging for sure, and I'm definitely feeling you have had your challenges, which is why this is so beautiful. That you know, this is you're about to turn the corner in a really big way, but it's really going to be the start of a crazy journey with this person. That's going to open up parts of you never even realised were there or possible to open up. And I know that sounds so cliche and corny, and I don't mean to, you know, it does, doesn't it? It almost, but it's true. And I really believe now, having done this reading for you and been in this moment, that there is that cliche thing in that you've turned a corner and you're ready, a new adventure. It's meant for these moments because it's so true. We've got the Two of Cups here. Oh, remember, this is in relation to you and them, and we've got them both arm in arms with a beautiful rainbow across, perfect balance, perfect harmony, signifying lovers. You know, this much is pretty much this card, for those of you that are new to tarot. Oh, let me drop that there, sorry guys. And it just couldn't be more beautiful. It couldn't be more beautiful. It's just love. This is going to be, it's not going to be, you know, in a lot of these readings, it sometimes comes up, and in some you can't tell whether it's going to be a long love. There's lots of loves that pop up in our life, right? But for you, I'm not going to say marriage or anything like that. That might not even be your thing, but this is going to be a long-term situation. And I'm definitely getting almost soulmate vibes. It really is something special. It's not just your average relationship. So, guys, you've got it all coming to you. Let's have a look at the advice cards that were given. The first one was Pleiades, and this is a double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. It's almost reminding. So I just had a kind of message that came through there, which was quite overwhelming. But this is just reminding us, the first thing that popped in that I must relate to you is that we were talking earlier about, you know, your light, and when you shine it out, it comes back, and you've definitely got this incredible gift of shining light in whatever way that might be, and you need to focus on that more. That's certainly, when we said that this definitely tied into magic, that's the kind of magic we're talking about, the kind of magic that just elates people, that just brightens them up. You know, those people that walk into a room, you've got that in you. For some of you, you may have lost that along the way, but that's always been so, you know, you are one of those people that you can walk in a room and it lights up. And when we're talking about Pleiades here, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity, it's just reminding you to keep on doing that. Again, not just in regards to you and your love life and your family, but in every direction possible. So that's a real important, strong message. But the thing that came through, which is why I said, oh, that was quite intense, is in relation to this, when we mention here about, you know, it really is, of course, your relationship together, the start of an incredible journey, and we mention the word magic, it's almost like these two tie in. There's definitely going to be, they're going to be like you in that way, but more importantly, it's as if this person's going to really bring it to the front and help you understand what to do with that. Not they're going to help you understand. My guides just butted in and said, no, it's you that's going to be doing all this, but they're just, they're definitely going to encourage it. That's the word, encourage. But you are going to be doing all the work, and again, that's what you need to do now. You need to spread your light, uplift humanity, and align your life. What is aligned, what's unaligned that needs to change? The thing that's coming through here for me, as I mentioned, you know, you definitely, I don't want to say complete because we're never complete, we're forever working, and this is one of those things, and what's coming through randomly, I hope you can relate to this, is little bits. So the bits that you need to align, I'm hearing that they're actually the most minute, ridiculous things. It's like a bill you forgot to pay, not because you didn't have the money, but you just forgot to pay it. Unorganisation is what I'm hearing. So definitely you need to get on that. Again, it's something really minor and small and not necessarily linked to love. It's just a message that's come through for you. So definitely get yourself aligned, because those little things are the only things that kind of pop in your mind in a negative form at the moment. You've done really well to kind of push out negativity, etc. But you let yourself down by the most ridiculous things, like, you know, forgetting. It's almost like I'm hearing that, you know, you could be invited to something, you say yes just because you want to say yes, but you forget to cancel it because you didn't say last minute. There's then this guilt, right? Little things. So just get a bit more organised is what I'm hearing there. I'm going to pull out an artiste card for you. And I'm going to do one each. These are the artist art oracle deck, and I love them. And we're just going to get a few traits in regards to you two. So I'm going to pull one for you and one for them, and we can kind of see what traits they're both going to bring individually to this union. We've got Charles and Ray Ames, wonderful. And we've got for them, Louise Bourgeois, amazing. So, perfectly in time for the Halloween season as well with that imagery. Charles and Ray, design your days, don't plan them, aspire to profound practicality, be unbending in your flexibility. You know, this is almost what a mix of everything we were just speaking about. Design your days, that's definitely something. Of course, it's what's written, and that's not what we're here is just to read out the card. But my guide's saying that that's definitely something that you need to start doing, is designing your day. Not only will that help you with those little organisation pieces, but when we're talking about uplifted humanity over here, there's really something to that. I'm going to go into that in the extended reading, but there's a link there again between organisation and this, and definitely on the work side of things. You know, we started this reading, let's not forget, with the Ace of Dis, and of course this is about love, but also this speaks of completion of work, or you know, in regards to work cycles. So we'll go into that in a moment. But yeah, you're definitely going to bring the air of unplanning, so to speak. But notice it says design your days, don't plan them. Design, you don't want to get too malicious on the frantic, because that is a beautiful thing about you. But you've almost got this, you like a light breeze. You like a light breeze. A little bit of structure, not too much, because that's part of your beauty, but just the little bits, as we said over there. Aspire to profound practicality. Be unbending in your flexibility. I'm going to pop that up there because there's a lot of things for you to think about there. My guide's saying that actually you need to take this in and really think about how they apply to yourself. But those are the types of vibes that you're going to bring to this relationship. It's almost like a fun practicality, and there's almost like a twisted side. You know, it's almost like a twist part of your personality, where you're going to own being practical but being super fun with it, if that makes sense. It's like the perfect yin and yang of the balance of this gift we were talking about, of your giving and your uplifting, and how you make people just, you know, feel vroom straight away. You uplift them straight away, but you do it in such a way. But as we were talking here, and then this is just going back to the advice, sorry, my guide's saying that you know, these little things of organisation are the last key, so to speak, to unlock the full potential of this, which is actually quite magic when it happens. They got Louis Bourgeois, which is remembering. Let's just have a look at Louise, not Louis, sorry, Louise. Wonderful artist. Remembering through art is better than forgetting. And inference is worth 1,000 appendages. Draw on private pain to connect with the public. This is all about the biggest feeling that's coming through is never before. So we're talking, of course, about your future love here. And excuse my French, but they own their shit. They're one of these people that own their shit, and it's so refreshing, and you're going to find it so refreshing. You know, when you meet those people, it's like they may have failed, but they're absolutely not ashamed of those failures because they learned from them and done something better. So therefore, when they talk about failures, you know, you get some people that are really ashamed, or they don't like to talk about their failures or where they've gone wrong. Complete opposite, owns it, because they're very much a person that grows and learns from that. And they bring they're just very real earthy, is what I'm getting here as well. Very earthy vibes, but just totally grounded and a realist in a way, but very open with their feelings. You know, it says here, just to remind you about draw a private page to connect with the public. A classic example of them and what we were just saying about that they use their, you know, experiences, they learn from them, but they also are very open about it. They own their shit, and that's what they're going to bring to this relationship, and that's something that's going to really you're going to admire that quality about them greatly, greatly. Guys, what a beautiful reading. All in all, love is coming to you in so many ways, in abundance, across your whole life, not just with your future love. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I am going to do an extended now. If you'd like to move on, I definitely want to know more about your venture. There's definitely big messages coming through here in regards to you've just got this in you, and yeah, we're going to delve more into what this is with you in regards to work or this gift and you know, your uplifting side of things, and we're also going to dive in a little bit more about them. They sound like a really interesting character, so we're going to dive deeper into finding out about your future love and this person. If you want to join me for that extended, the link's down below in the description and the comments, so just click on that and it'll take you straight there. And if this was just enough for you, I hope you enjoyed it. You've got so much love and light coming to you, and thanks for hanging around. Do like the video, let me know what you thought in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And thank you so much, guys. Again, I'm so humbled with everyone, and readings like this just make my day because they're just so full of love, light and abundance. I always do a small meditation after my videos, so I'll be sending you lots of love and light in that, so get ready for good vibes to hit you. But yeah, I know this is ridiculous, but I'm going to just throw it out there. My guide, and the song's just coming to my head, you know, that good vibrations. I don't even know what the song is, and excuse my singing voice, but if you recognise that, comment below and go and have a listen to it, because your life is just full of good vibrations, or certainly that's what's coming to you. I have also opened up in my private reading, so feel free to click on the link below as well to my website if you wanted a private. But for those of you that want the extended, I will see you in just a second. Let's find out more about this gift and the work side, and how we can how that's going to turn into work for you, and also look more into characteristics about your future love. Peace out, guys. I'll see you over at the extended. Take care. Crystal 2, welcome to your reading, and this is all about your love life. So singles, love. So let's see what we have in store for you. It's always such an exciting reading to see what's on the cards. I'm going to be using the Lunar Soul Tarot. We're going to use a few decks actually today. We'll get some oracles as well. Thank you so much for joining. You may be a subscriber if you're new here. Welcome. I just love doing these readings. I think they're fab, they're fun, and especially readings like this about love. They're so uplifting. If there is anything in particular that you'd like to know, other than the subjects I've covered so far, please do comment below. And let me know where you're from as well. Always love to see where around the world people are watching my videos. Oh, we've got the Empress, Page of Swords, Ace of Cups, nice, and the Page of Wands. Also have the Page of Dis, a lot of pages coming out here, and the Five of Cups. Okay, let's have a look. I'm also going to pull, being very inspired to pull some Rebecca Campbell. This is the Work Your Light Oracle with Danielle Noel. And those of you that have watched my videos before, you'll know, oh, I'm in love with Danielle Noel's artwork. So beautiful. And we are going to pull some advice cards. We've got Just Say Yes and Lemuria. How pretty are these? Aren't they just absolutely stunning? I love them. Right, so I think let's just literally crack straight on, shall we? I'm going to put those over there. Right, let's just go for it. Okie doke, so let's start off. There's lots of good things happening here. We're clearly going to touch on some maybe past subjects, but overall this is great, guys. So we start off, let's have a look at the Empress to start with. So we've got the Empress there. Such beautiful cards, the Lunar Soul. And she's balanced, you know, when we talk about the Empress in the card itself, that is, we've got motherhood, you know, it talks about senses, Mother Nature, abundance, you know, you can see there that she has a pregnant belly, and that's not necessarily saying anything about pregnancy, that's not the vibe that's coming through, don't worry. But it speaks of that motherhood, taking care, and this is definitely a role that you're in at the moment, or if you're not, you need to get into. You need to start looking after yourself more. And the thing that's definitely coming through here is that there's already a kind of love interest, you know, or an ex, shall I say. I'm more drawn towards the ex for the majority of you, but there's someone on the scene that's been on the scene, that's just no good for you. We see that with the Page of Swords here, and that's who that's representing. That's not necessarily what the Page of Swords stands, but in this particular reading for you, you know, it literally is almost, I would say, a controlling person, and they have a lot of influence over you, but it's not a great influence, you know, it's not a great influence. Notice how he has his sword, and that's the reference I'm going to use in regards to this, you know, it's a battle. And the relationship that you have with this person, they treat it as a battle, not as a loving relationship, right? So whoever this is, I'm being told now that you will know who this is, but they're no good for you. You know that deep down, and that's something you're going to have to overcome. You do see straight after though, we've got the Ace of Cups and then the Page of Wands. As if by magic, exactly what you need. So this is wonderful. So the Ace of Cups, you know, we speak of new beginnings, the Ace, right? The very fresh start, brand new journey. And then, of course, Cups, which signifies the love, the emotional body. So this is suggesting, not only in the card directly itself, that there's going to be a new relationship here, but also, you know, what's coming through is it's exactly what you need, because you've been trying to shift this person for such a long time, or you know you need to, but you can't quite get there, that this is going to be a welcome breath of fresh air. And much unlike the Swords, notice that this person, and obviously they're being represented as the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands here, we'll go into that a bit more. That doesn't mean this is necessarily a man, it could be a woman, whichever relates to you. But basically you notice one of them's carrying a sword, and one of them's carrying a wand. You know, this new person that's coming in, the biggest thing that's coming up is non-violent. That's the biggest thing that's striking me, and then the message coming through, just a real gentle soul, magical almost. Whereas, you know, this one over here is slightly controlling, I almost want to say narcissistic behaviour. There's no good can come of that. But this person you need to kind of let in, and you will do. It's not going to be a case of, or you won't notice them at first. They very much are going to swoop in. And I see this happening fairly short term, from what we can see here. Not only, we spoke about the pages, and what I meant by that is the qualities. You know, they are not necessarily immature, but that younger kind of mind. It's what you're attracted to, you know, that vibrancy, that excitement. And they both have that. Even this, I'm going to call, I want to call them the baddie, because they're just not meant for you. That's literally what you need to do, is shove them out of the way, which we will do in a minute. But even they do have, and that's what you're attracted to, that spark, that, you know, oh goodness, apologies. Guys, I'm so sorry about that. I forgot to turn all my things on. But yeah, they have that, and that's what you're attracted to, that spark, that get up and go. And this person does have that, but so does this person. And again, those are the qualities that you're going to be really drawn to, but they have them in all the right ways. As I said, this one almost feels like, you know, well, it feels like to you because it is like that they're having a battle with you, whereas this is going to come so nice and easy, and what, this, you know, a relationship should be. I've got the Page of Disc down here, and also the Five of Cups, and one thing that's coming through is that, you know, there's some scarring there over this person, there is, and I think it does go a little bit deeper for you than what we've touched upon lightheartedly here today, and we can definitely look into that further in a moment. But my guys are saying you don't really need to. It's almost like you've looked into it as much as you can. It's all you think about. So it's a case of that needs to be, and you know, we see that here with the Five of Cups. You can see that here she is laying, this is a perfect analogy, and she's looking at all those cups, the spilt cups, it's all she can think about, curled up in a ball, thinking about these cups, but she doesn't see, if she just wake up, that there's two perfectly adequate cups right next to her. So it's a case of, if you squash this, then you've got these two down here. So, you know, that's very much the perfect analogy of this situation. You need to really figure out how to go about this. I'm being told that definitely meditation can help with you, not only with this, but an abundance of things in regards to your self-healing as well. On that note, you did choose the amethyst stone, which is a powerful, powerful healing stone, mainly for spiritual and emotional body. So, you know, you're automatically drawn, and going back to the Mother Nature, that's definitely, you need that in abundance at the moment. You really do. So you've got to start looking after yourself. And it's not a case of analysing this situation. It's a case of squashing it and just realising that it wasn't meant for you. It's enough time, I'm hearing, for questions. You know, no more questions about, but this happened and could it be? You're clinging on to something that you know isn't there, and it's not right for you. And that this is another reminder and an important reminder that, you know, you have to learn discernment and what's right for you and what's not. Certainly in the matters of the heart, this person is going to help with that, because they're everything that they're not. So that's the beautiful thing, that even though you've had this hurt, that there's this brightness just around the corner. You know, start of a new relationship with this wonderful person that holds a piece. You know, they're holding a wand, not a sword. They're holding magic. So that's really exciting. But again, they still have all that youth and so forth. Also, you know, I'm feeling very much an earthy person, without a shadow of a doubt, and they'll help ground you in that way as well. Certainly when it comes to matters of discernment, I wouldn't say the vibe isn't necessarily that they're coming through hugely spiritual, but they're very good at, they're very earthy, you know, in their thinking itself. So, you know, a lot to think about there. We've also got Yes and Lemuria. My guide is saying, you know exactly what this is for, yes. And again, discernment. There's that voice in your head all of the time that thinks about this person here and states, yep, no, you know, one more chance, all this, but it's not. Yes, you should leave them. Yes, you should embrace new opportunities. Just yes, yes, yes. Just say yes. But you have to remember, the important thing about this yes is it has to be for things that are good for you. You have to learn the discernment of what is right for you. It's the biggest message that's coming through. And then we've got Lemuria. Oh, I love this card. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. It is happening. You know, you were brought here for a reason. And even though my guide, you know, is laughing, because it's like, yes, it might have been a bit about this person of why you were brought here, but you needed to be brought here and hear this at this time, because there's new things coming through. And it is you. You need to create your own heaven on earth. And it is happening now. Lots of things are happening. And the biggest thing, as I mentioned, though, for you to do right now is to meditate, and certainly go more inwards. I'm going to pull as well, because I love these kind of cards. I'm going to pull some, let's have a look. These are the art oracles, and we're just going to look at a personality for these, basically. So I'm going to pull one for each of you. And this is what you're going to bring. This is your new love. I'm going to actually take them out, because they do not need to be there anymore. You don't need to see them or think about them anymore. And it's going to be such a breath of fresh air and such a release for you. Oh my goodness, such a relief for you when you finally do let go. But discernment, yeah, we'll go into that more in a moment. Right, let's have a look at these traits, because this is the juicy bit we want to know. We've got Jackson Pollock for yourself. We'll go into these in a moment. And we've got, this always creases me out, William Blake. And look, he's got his waddle out, literally. I don't know why I'm calling it a waddle. But William Blake, he's amazing. I love William Blake. And William Blake for them. What can we say about that, blimey? So let's start with you, Jackson Pollock. And meaning doesn't come with titles. Fame finds you, keep working in spite of it. Chaos is handmade. This is beautiful, you know. Jackson Pollock, and feel free to look into their artworks for sure. This is representing exactly almost what we've been speaking about. Meaning doesn't come with titles. You know, you don't have to find the answers to everything in a sense when we're relating about that gone person. You know, if fame finds you, keep working in spite of it. It's almost saying, you know, regardless what everyone around you is thinking or feeling, the message here, no matter what everyone else, it's almost like you do this already. You block it out. You're very good at doing that. You know, chaos is handmade is a beautiful way of putting it. You understand that chaos is exactly that, man-made. You stay away from drama, that type of thing. But at the same point, you need to apply that to the situation as well. But yeah, you're very much going to bring quite a realist, you have got this realism about you. It's just a case of knowing a sermon now, because you are very realistic and grounded in that sense, just like Jackson Pollock. That's really what he is. He's a grounded, realistic, doesn't look too much into things, you know, fame knocked at his door, whatever. It's not about the fame, it's about doing what's passionate. And if you go deeper within there, we talk about discernment, because if you just stick to your own truth, you have to know what your truth is and what's good for you. And that's where the discernment comes in. So, you know, at the moment you're showing the outer layers of Jackson Pollock, but we need to get deeper and bring your inner layers of Jackson Pollock out so it can fit into this beautiful love story. But yeah, you're definitely got that groundedness, and it's almost like hype doesn't get to you and bother you. You're quite focused when you need to be. That might make you giggle, but that is in there, in you. And then for them, we've got William Blake. I love William Blake. What an artist. Hell is hypocrisy on earth. Vision requires not sight but spirit. Madness in life, genius in death. And he really was a little bit of a mad hatter, exactly that. Madness in birth, genius in death. It's almost when, you know, the old geniuses, people thought they were crazy, and only years later did they realise how amazing they actually were. And, you know, William Blake, that's exactly what he's trying to talk about there. Sorry, I was just trying to cut out the toddle. But William Blake, you know, this love interest, this is his characteristics. They bring exactly that, the spirit, you know, they've got, and that's when we're talking about that page vibe earlier, and we also spoke about magic with this person. You know, this person's someone that just brings life and light, and is going to be such a breath of fresh air to you after that whole situation. They're grounded too, but in different ways. In different ways, and the two of you together, it's going to be a really nice blend, because it's magic, that magic combined, fireworks. So that's really, really cute. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this first video. If you want to go into it a bit more, I would love to go into, certainly we're going to go into William Blake. That's what we're going to call your lover from now on. We're going to go into them. Of course, it might be a girl or a boy to you, but we're going to go into them a little bit more in the extended, and we're also going to look at what we can do about your discernment a little bit more, a little bit deeper into that side of things that we spoke about. I will hit upon this person because obviously there's clearly a little bit of closure to do there, so we're going to look into them a little bit more, but I'm just going to put him off in the corner there so he's not bothering anyone, and we'll put him under toucan so he can keep a watchful eye. But yeah, if you do want to join me in the extended to this reading, just click on the link below and I will see you there now. If not, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. You know, long story short, guys, you've been going through struggles. There's this bad egg hanging around, but light is coming. If you want to go into this in further detail, you have further questions, of course I am open now for private readings as well. You can find those details below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'm dying to know about the reading, where you're from, and so forth. But anyway, guys, lovely doing the reading. Extended, I'll see you in just a second. Peace out, guys. Hello guys, this is for those of you that chose crystal number 3. This is your reading, and today we are going to be looking at love. So let's see what we have in store for you. So majority of you, well, this is labelled singles love reading, so we'll imagine that you are single right now. Oh, let's bring that stone down there so you can see it. There we go. We're going to be using the Lunasol Tarot today, guys. Welcome to those that haven't joined before, and to my subscribers, hello again. Yeah, I'm loving being back on YouTube. It's only my second video back after a while, as you would have noticed, if you have been on my channel. And it's so nice to be back again. I'm going to be doing a lot more readings now. You know, this is what I love doing, and I've made it happen so that this is what I can really focus on now, and it feels like such a breath of fresh air. But anyway, let's dive in. Just want to give these a really good shuffle. So we're looking at your love today. So I want you to take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and we are looking for you, Crystal 3, at your love life. So let's see what we have in store. Got 3 of Swords. We have Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, and we have Death, and we have the High Priestess, wonderful, and we've also got the World. Oh, lovely, I'm loving this for you. Right, I'm also going to pull, before we get into it, some Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel Work Your Light Oracle cards. I love Danielle Noel's artwork, they're so beautifully stunning. I'm just going to give these a shuffle too, because I have just done the other deck with them. And I'm going to be looking at some advice for you here. And we've got the Crumbling. And we've got the Priestess. First of all, pile 3, I just want to give you a giant hug, is the first thing. I feel like you've been through some heartache. You've been through some real heartache recently. We can see that here, of course, with the 3 of Swords. This broken heart, quite literally, presenting itself. In more ways than one, though, I'm feeling that this wasn't something that was just to do with love, but I'm feeling to do with friendships, perhaps, for some of you as well. I would like to say that fertility or may have been a past problem for you, but there's definitely been a lot of struggle, a lot of heartache, certainly when it comes to an emotional connection, without a doubt. And, you know, that's really consumed you. I literally, sorry, I'm an empath when I read, and I really feel it, and as I said, I just want to give you the biggest hug, because you really have been through it, and I feel for you so much. The good news is that there's a lot of good things on the horizon here, guys. We see the beautiful Ace of Swords coming through, bright and clear, and this speaks of beginnings, powerful beginnings, strong beginnings, beginnings that you're going to be in control of, and you've got good things coming to you. Certainly we have got love on the horizon, but I do just want to, you know, I don't do readings to tell you what you want to hear. I can only tell you what comes through in this moment for you. And love isn't in the immediate future. What we're being told to really focus on here is that inner healing. You know, there needs to be a turnaround. It's come to a point now where, and it's going to happen. Something's sparked in you, and you're ready. You're ready to start. You're ready to go. We see the Queen of Wands here, and you know, first of all, let's just talk about the fact being a queen, and this is definitely representing you. You are so strong. You know, through everything that you've been through, you remain strong and tough. Absolutely, you know, matter of fact right there. Not only that, but you've got a real magic, and, you know, I'm hearing that you very much, you're just magical. And, you know, through all that you've been through, you're not at all, I'm getting across that you're just so humble and like a gentle giant, as opposed to someone that would be violent and confrontational. You come across as the opposite to that, and the inner strength is what's going to get you through this, and you have got that inner strength. And with the Ace of Swords here on a new beginning, it's a beautiful sign, but this does have to come to an end, and this is where we see the Death card come in here. And the Death card creeps in to remind us that, you know, enough of this situation. Excuse me, I'm massively getting messages here that you know, you really need to yes, you have been working on yourself. It seems like that's all you've been doing, right? But what the message that's coming through is whatever it is that you've been doing has been productive. It hasn't been counterproductive at all. It's good, and you need to keep going. But what I'm hearing is that you've been putting it in the wrong direction, which is why you've not been feeling the benefit. It's almost as if you've been trying to heal because of outside situations rather than really looking in. And the best way to do that for you is what I'm hearing is again meditation and connection with your guides. Only then can you really start to deal with inner conflict, because all this outer conflict that happens to us, it forms us inside, and unless we can start to put together these pieces, I'm being told to remind here that I'm sorry if I'm coming across condescending, because you know this yourself already. It's just a case of you're frustrated of what to do to fix it. Definitely a guided meditation would be really helpful to you if you're not used to meditation. So definitely hit me up if you need help with that. But what I'm suggesting here is that if you are into meditation, that definitely seek out something different than what you've been doing right now, because it's not working for you. If one thing would work for everyone, that would be great, right? But it doesn't. We're all different, and different things work for different people. And again, that's not to say what you've been doing now is counterproductive or what you have been doing, because it's not. Everything happens for a reason, remember. It just means that you're being reminded, change of direction to finally cut off this from the past there. Once you do get past that, we've got the High Priestess here and the world. The world is literally at your feet. And then when you're at that point, which you're so close to, you're like breaking through just here. But when you get to this point, the world is your oyster, and certainly when it comes to matters of love, it's so frustrating, because what I'm hearing is that you're so longing for somebody, but without realizing, and it's so frustrating. You're like, yes, but what is it I'm doing? I can just feel this frustration in you that, what do I do, for God's sake, to change it? What? And it's not as easy as that. It's just keep going, and it will all begin to make sense the more you go inwards. The point at which you will meet this person, just to try and give you some kind of answer, and there is no answer to that direct, but to give you some kind of answer, it's the moment when you're not looking, and I want to slap myself for saying that, but it's what came through, because it's so cheesy and cliche, right? But in this instance, it really is that's what it is. When you're least looking, because you're occupied in your own goodness and light, not your own dark, but your own light. Your vibe, your whole vibe will elate, and then once that has, then you'll start to attract the kind of people and the kind of love that you absolutely deserve, and you will. The World was the final card that we picked up here, so you absolutely will. The High Priestess is always here, is here as well, and the High Priestess, the High Priestess is actually goes into the number 2, which certainly when it comes to the matter of romance, it's just reminding you that you must conquer your own heart. And again, as cliche as it sounds, you must learn to love yourself before anyone else comes into it, and that's really what you have to do. And again, if you have been doing this and you're frustrated because it's not working, change the course of the sails, sail a different way, try something new, because you're so on the cusp of it. It's incredible. And once you do, you're going to have just everything. The world is your oyster. And you'll get so much fulfillment as well, that by the time that you do then meet this person, this future love that absolutely is there, and we'll go into that further and actually draw some cards on them in particular, because I know this is what you came for, even if it's not around the corner, because we know you've got to do some stuff. But when you get to the point of meeting this person, you won't you won't need them. It will be more of a case of you enjoy them, but you don't need them, but you will enjoy them so much. And that's the difference right now. Let's look at the advice cards that came out. We also had the Crumbling. Oh, her artwork is so beautiful. Look at that card. The Crumbling. What are you clinging on to? And again, this is everything we've been speaking about. You've got to start letting go of that past. And there's a lot there is, and we can go deeper into it in the extended. But you are clinging on. You need to start figuring out what and letting it go, because that's all that's blocking you, and it's what's blocking you from love as well. But then we have the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? The same High Priestess we have here. I would like to add. There's so much priestess energy in your, in your surrounding field right now, and the messages I'm getting from above is, oh God, you've got so much support around you from your guides, and that you need to just try your best to connect with them, connect with new guides if you're already on. You've been called to step up. It's enough is enough, of whatever that's been going on for so long, because you do need to find love and you will find love. But that's not actually what this is about. You'll realise when you get to the end of it that it wasn't about finding love and getting to the point so you can find love. It was about doing this for you and the completion and fulfillment you'll feel in you. Love is just like, oh my God, the cherry on top of the most amazing, beautiful cake you've ever seen in your life or felt. So the world is your oyster, my loves. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm going to go into this more over on the extended. If you want to join me, do. We'll go into actual characteristics about this future person, because it would be so nice to give you a little bit of a look into that. But clearly, initially, this is what you needed to hear right now. But we'll go into more about them. And I want to go into a little bit about over here. If you want to join me, click on the link below to the extended, and you can join me for the extended now. If not, I hope you enjoyed this. Do let me know if you have any further questions. I've opened up for private readings. If you'd like one, a private reading direct, then please, do let me know and come in. But yeah, it's been great. I've really enjoyed doing this for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. But above all else, I'm just sending you so much love. I know that you've been in a lot of pain, but the good news is you've got the world at your feet. The world is your oyster. Remember that. So guys, I'll see you guys over for the extended in just a second. And for the others, take care and bless you.